The message lit up my phone like a match struck in darkness. I opened it, thinking it would be one of the usual cold remarks or distant replies. But this was different. It was final, brutal, precise. Asterisk, don't bother showing up. All my friends' husbands are successful. Except you. You chose to be a factory worker. I no longer see you as my husband. Asterisk. I read it once, then again, and once more. Each time, her words sank deeper, etching themselves into the walls of my chest. She hadn't just written a text. She'd delivered a verdict. A dismissal. Her words weren't careless. They were crafted to wound. And they did. But not the way she expected. I didn't respond. I didn't curse. I didn't cry. I simply stood up, took my phone and walked away. No accusations. No drama. That silence. It was the first sound of danger she'd never recognized until it was far too late. We met in college. I still remember the first time I saw her, laughing at a terrible joke I cracked in class. There was this fire in her eyes, a kind of wild joy that pulled me in instantly. Back then we dreamed out loud plans, promises, purpose. We were in sync. I worked days at the factory, she studied late into the night. I carried the load financially, telling her this was just the beginning. She never once complained. Or so I thought. It turns out, people don't always show their shifting loyalties in grand ways. Sometimes betrayal begins in silence. In the moments they stop looking at you the same way. Stop asking how your day was. Stop reaching for your hand under the table. 6 weeks ago, I caught the first crack. She left her phone on the kitchen counter when she went to shower. A message lit up from an unfamiliar number. Asterisk, how's your husband, the factory worker? Asterisk. It sat there like a dare. I didn't touch the phone. I didn't need to. That sentence said everything. When she came back and glanced at the screen, she didn't even flinch. She knew. She knew I'd seen it. And I knew she didn't care anymore. That was the moment I understood. Her mind was already elsewhere. Her loyalty had drifted. But I wasn't ready to burn the bridge, not yet. I waited. Watched. Studied. She didn't even hide the betrayal well. She grew careless, maybe because she thought I was too blind or too small to fight back. But she forgot one thing. I may work in a factory, but I am not disposable. I noticed the names she brought up often. The same men. The same late meetings. I paid attention, not to what she said, but to what she didn't. And in the middle of it all, I recognized one name. A man from my past. A man I once trusted. My old business partner. He and I had once started a company, long before I gave it up to care for my sick father. I left him with the reins. Turns out, he handed those reins to her. And together, they were setting up a future without me in it. The deals, the accounts, the transfers, they thought I wouldn't notice. But I did. And I acted not out of anger but clarity. First, I made calls. Quiet ones. Old contacts. Lawyers. A friend in forensic accounting. I gathered records. Transactions. Emails. They were clumsy, drunk on greed and lust. Never expecting the man they wrote off would be the one to pull the thread that unraveled it all. I didn't rush. I built the case with care piece by piece, like assembling a bomb with no ticking sound. And when everything was ready, I struck. Every deal they set up. Undone. Every transaction. Frozen. Every hidden asset. Revealed. I brought it all down through the proper channels, legal, airtight, and irrefutable. And yet, the final blow wasn't in courtrooms or bank statements. It came from her own words. I unlocked her phone one night while she slept. If you could call what she did next to me sleep. I took that one message, the one that scorched my pride, and sent it to her family's group chat. No caption. No context. Just truth. The silence afterward was deafening. Her father called me but didn't speak. I could hear the disappointment in his breath. Her mother texted once, "I'm sorry." Her younger brother, the one who always looked up to me, blocked her. And just like that, the image she had worked so hard to construct, this powerful, elegant woman with a successful life, fractured. A few days later she came to my door. Not with fury, but with trembling hands. Eyes swollen, voice unsteady, words laced with regret. "I didn't mean to hurt you. I was confused. I got lost." She reached for my hand. The same hand she used to hold like it was home. But I didn't move. I let the silence grow thick between us. Let her drown in it like I once had. Then I spoke. Calm. Measured. You set yourself up. Her lips parted but no sound came. Just tears. And I watched her turn and walk away. This time, not by her choice but by mine. I didn't need to scream. I didn't need revenge dressed in rage. My silence was enough. My precision was enough. And now, I rest. Not rich. Not celebrated. But free. While she lives in the ruins of her own design. Haunted not by what I did, but by what she thought I never could.